Okay, here we go, we're gonna make a video. What's up guys, Chris here from Mainely Mesh, doing a very similarly styled video to the one we did last week. This week though, we are talking about hook. So as we've defined before in our theory of whip video, make sure you guys check that one out. Hook can be defined as the tension in the lowest shooting string. The lowest one is the one that's going to really affect the pocket the most. So it could also be the top shooting string, but when we're talking about hook, we're talking about the lowest shooting string. So what we've done here is we've strung 3 sticks with the exact same pattern. So they should throw the mesh and the slope, the drag, all those other things that we've talked about. The catch is going to be exactly the same, except we've taken 1 shooting string in each. We've tightened it to 3 different tensions. One is tied very loosely, one is tied kind of the way we would tie our pockets, and one is tied very tightly. We're going to show you how that hook can affect the whip of your pocket. So, once again, on the white shaft we have the shooting string tied the loosest. In the middle we have, the tension we would probably put on a shooting string, and on the brown shaft we have our tightest tied shooting string. So these are all the shooter placement is where we would put our shooting string for our A shooter setup. So normally we would have 2 nylons here, but we want to show you that you can do a lot with just the singular shooting string as well. So we're going to go through the motions once again. Here is our stick with, as you can see, just our kind of classic mid-pocket, Mainely mesh style pocket. Tied very loosely, this shooter is, so this should have the least amount of whip. I haven't thrown with these sticks yet. I'm going to just aim for the crossbar from this 5 to 8 yard range. And I'm about 6 yards over the cage with just a normal motion. That was almost like 8 yards. And this, as you can see, is a normal motion, and I'm pulling it right over the cage. In order for me to hit that top cage, I would have to shorten my motion like this, and at that point, I can hit that top area. Microphone problems. So, next, we have more of a tension like we would tie it. Oops. So kind of an intermediate tension. Normally with a type A shooter setup, like I said, we would have those nylons there to add a little bit more feel. So my guess with this would be that this would be a little bit high still, and it is, but still getting a good amount of feel off of this one. So with a very simple adjustment, I can hit that spot. I'm really not shortening up my motion much. And that's why you see a lot of college people, a lot of college kids using only this one shooter. You can get a lot of feel, still hit that spot. Now, we have one tied very tightly here, and you see how it's actually changed the slope of the pocket by shortening it, even though it's the same sidewall pattern. So this one here, low pie. If I were trying to do a sidearm shot. So I would really have to change my motion. Oh boy. So the faster you shoot with a stick with a lot of hook, that's when you're going to see sticks doing crazy things. So if I really wind up, and even, Sam and I shoot with a lot of shooting sticks, even if I'm really trying to pull it into a corner, if I shoot full motion, I'm going to shoot sidearm here so you can really see it go left. You're going to see it hook a lot. And that's me aiming for top corner. So overhand too, if I pull it really hard overhand, doing the same thing. And that's what hook is. That's when you see the most whip in extreme circumstances. It's not necessarily from drag, it's from that hook, and the ball is catching big time off of this lowest shooting string, thrown right into the ground. So that's pretty much it for this week. like I said, I don't know what's up for next week, but we'll figure it out next week. I thought it was lip this week, and it wasn't lip this week. It was hook this week. So thanks so much, guys. Comment down any thoughts below. We'll try to respond. Thanks so much. We'll catch you guys next time. No. I don't know, man. It's ammunition. All right, end the video. Make it stop.